Seven shocking stories dominated the headlines across news sites yesterday, with seven women killed by their husbands, partners, and, in one case, a neighbor. The reasons behind these horrifying murders included dowry harassment and abuse, refusal for marriage, an argument, and, in one case, the alleged practice of witchcraft. The alleged reason why 26-year-old Nikki Bhati was killed in the Delhi NCR region after years of abuse was reportedly greed, as accused by her family. Nikki Bhati and her sister Kanchan Bhati ran a parlor and a boutique business to become financially independent and fulfill their dreams for their children. However, as per the family, their husbands, who are two brothers, Vipin and Rohit Bhati, disapproved of the women making Instagram reels for the promotion of their business. Ironically enough, the unemployed brothers used to steal from their earnings, as the family has alleged. Despite being unemployed, they allegedly demanded heavy dowry to fulfill their aspirations. They were given a Scorpio SUV, cash, and gold during the wedding, despite which they eventually demanded a Mercedes, or 36 lakh rupees in cash. It was Nikki's inability to get it from her family that eventually led to her death on Thursday. Vipin allegedly poured a flammable substance on Nikki and set his wife on fire. Asked why the family gave its daughter away in marriage to two unemployed men, Mr. Singh said, and I quote, "When the wedding took place, people were studying, high school, inter college, someone in the BA, so no one knows what they would do later. But they make promises, peddle dreams, promise to keep our daughter happy. But when such challenges came up, like one becomes an alcoholic, what can one do? No amount of persuasion works. Our daughter was upset." Unquote. Nikki was married off to Vipin when she was 18 years old. In another instance in Delhi's Dwarka region, a 22-year-old woman was found dead under suspicious circumstances yesterday, just 4 months after her marriage, and her family alleged it to be a case of dowry death. The woman, identified as Komal alias Varsha, was also 2 months pregnant, officials said. It is not yet clear how she died. According to the woman's family, her husband, Aman, and in laws used to harass her over dowry demands. They also alleged that the husband used to beat her up regularly. Another dowry abuse related story that surfaced yesterday was of a school lecturer who set herself on fire along with her 3-year-old daughter in Rajasthan's Jodhpur district on Friday. While the daughter Yashasvi died on the spot, her mother, Sanju Bishnoi, died during treatment on Saturday morning. Police have recovered a suicide note that claimed that she was being harassed by her husband and in-laws for dowry. The woman sat on a chair and poured petrol on herself and her daughter before setting themselves on fire of Dangiawas police station area, police said. Neither the husband nor her in-laws were present in the house while the woman and her daughter were engulfed in flames. Dowry is illegal in India, but it remains a reality embedded in wedding affairs across the countries, often disguised as gifts or kharcha. The Mysuru district of Karnataka also woke up to a grisly crime yesterday morning. A 20-year-old married woman was brutally killed off by her lover, who set off explosives in her mouth. In a video from the crime scene, the woman's body was seen on a bed with the lower part of her face completely blown up. A pool of blood could be seen on the floor. The woman was identified as Rakshita, who was a resident of Gherasanarhalli village in Hunsur Taluk, and the room she was found dead in was a lodge in Bheria village where she had checked in with her lover Sidaraju. The woman was married to a daily wage labourer from Kerala and was in an illicit relationship with Sidaraju, who is a relative of hers. During their stay at the lodge, a fight broke out between the couple and the man allegedly put a combustible material in her mouth and set it off using a trigger that is used to explode gelatin sticks in quarries, police said. After the incident, the accused tried to mislead others by claiming that the woman had died due to a mobile phone blast. However, while attempting to flee, he was caught by the locals and handed over to the police. In a case that emerged from Bihar, a man murdered a woman he was in a relationship with after she refused to marry him. The accused, Jackie Nath, was pressuring the woman identified as Kajal Gumari to marry him, alleged the victim's mother. However, because of the social stigma and the two belonging to two different castes, the woman repeatedly refused to marry. The two were found dead in a private guest house in Bihar's Rohtas district. A college student was shot dead at her home in West Bengal's Nadia district in another heart wrenching case. A man forcefully entered her home and opened fire as her family watched helplessly. The 19-year-old student, Ishita Malik, met the accused Debraj while she was pursuing studies in Kancharapara and had reportedly stopped communicating with him recently. Spurned by the woman's sudden change in behavior, the man reached her residence in Krishnanagar town on Monday. When Debraj reached the girl's house around 2 p.m., her family members stopped him from entering. He threatened them by showing a gun, entered the house, went to the girl's room, and locked it from inside. Police were quoted as saying by the news agency IANS. Then came the sound of gunshots. K. Amarnath, the superintendent of police, Krishnanagar, told PTI that the woman was found lying in a pool of blood in her house, while Debraj was seen running away from the scene with a country-made revolver in his hand. She was rushed to the hospital where she was declared dead. A 75-year-old tribal woman also had her life taken away because her neighbor alleged that she was practicing witchcraft. The victim, identified as Singo Kisku, a widow, was living alone when her neighbor Krishna Hembram entered her house and slit her throat with a sickle, the officer said. A police team reached the spot after being informed by villagers and recovered the body lying in a pool of blood on Monday morning. All these cases emerging within just 24 hours is a reminder of how deeply issues like dowry, domestic abuse, gender based violence, and harmful superstitions remain entrenched in our society.